Portsmouth, Pompey, a fallen giant of English football. Their fall has been well documented. Administration was entered after the club fell £135 million into debt, and subsequent relegations down the English footballing ladder were incurred. Fast forward to today, and Pompey looked as if they would finally return to the championship. But following a narrow defeat at the hands of Sunderland in the League One playoffs, they are condemned to at least another season in the third division. Well, today, Mr. Rebuild takes control of this fallen giant. Today, not only do we get Portsmouth back to the Premier League, we make them European champions. Today, we rebuild Portsmouth. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to another rebuild. This would have to be one of the most highly requested rebuilds ever. I hope you guys are as excited for this rebuild as I am. Today, we rebuild Portsmouth. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. And if you guys do go on to enjoy today's Portsmouth rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. So this is what our side looks like for season number 1. There is actually a pretty good amount of young quality players in here, especially our two centre backs, Clark and Watmow are going to be incredible for us, at least for the time being. Very excited to have these guys in there. My goals for season 1, I want to get in a new young attacking midfielder and a new young striker. So 2 priorities. Let's see if we can smash them out of the park. Let's get into the transfer business with Portsmouth. And to show just how serious I am about making a new striker signing, we've sold off our club captain, Brett Pittman, to Catalika for £840,000. I mean, that is definitely what I mean in the title, in the intro, when I say don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Our first sale, our first player departure is the captain. And Gareth Evans is departing the club. He is off to Kawasaki Frontale in the Japanese J-League for £570,000. But we have signed ourselves a new striker. Our first signing in charge of Portsmouth is for Myron Baldu. The Dutch striker joins us for just £1 million. This guy is an absolute weapon in career mode. So excited to see how we go with him at Portsmouth. And we have brought an Welsh youngster, one of the hottest prospects in the Premier League right now, Ben Woodburn, coming down from Liverpool on a permanent deal. Jurgen Klopp has accepted just £1.55 million for the 18-year-old Welshman, so we are bringing him to Fratton Park. Welcome to Portsmouth, Ben Woodburn. And it's a third signing here, and it's a third big one. Lloyd Kelly coming down from Bristol City. We signed the Englishman for £1.6 million. So a very busy opening window in charge of Pompey. Baldu, Woodburn and Kelly into the club. Pittman and Evans out of it. And we're making impressions early on here. We're trying to get promoted in season 1. Let's see how that goal tracks along at the halfway point. So, on the 1st of January, we are well and truly in the promotion picture, sitting in 4th position on 45 points. Doncaster, they are currently ahead of us in 2nd position on 47 points, so right near them. Oxford United looking pretty good, but there's a lot of suitors behind us as well. We're going to have to be on top of our form headed into the second half of the season. Compared to our opening window, we have been unable to do any business here, but that's all right. We achieved our 2 objectives of getting a striker and a cam, and then we've got a left back as well, so all is going well here at Fratton Park. But will we have championship football next season? Let's progress to the end of season 1 and see how we finish. We have missed out on automatic promotion to the championship by 1 point. It is Sunderland and Scunthorpe United going up automatically, and that leaves us to battle it out for that final promotion spot with Oxford United, Plymouth Argyle, and Charlton Athletic. Oh, lads, so much on the line. Are we going to go up to the championship, or will we stay in League One? We're going to find out soon. But scrolling down the League One table, and it is Rochdale, Wimbledon, Coventry, and Walsall all getting relegated. Chelsea did win the FA Cup 1-0 over Spurs. Chelsea also won the Carabao Cup on pens ahead of Liverpool. Lincoln City took down Charlton to win the Checkatrade Trophy. And we have won the promotion playoff final over Plymouth Argyle to go up to the championship. I mean, I would have been quite surprised if we lost to Plymouth Argyle, because I'm pretty sure they got relegated from League One in real life. So fair play to them for doing well in this sim. But we have won the playoffs going up. We took down Charlton in the semi-finals 3-2 and got ourselves through to the playoff final. Got ourselves through to the championship, which we're buzzing about. Barcelona took down Spurs to win the Champions League, and Sevilla beat Sporting to win the Europa League. So we couldn't have asked for much more in Season 1. We have been promoted to the championship. We've made some quality signings. Let's crack on with Season number 2 and see how it's going to go for Portsmouth. A new signing in our midfield here as we bring in Oliver Skipp from Tottenham. £1.7 million for the English defensive midfielder. Very excited to bring this guy in. Welcome to Portsmouth. And on the very same day, we sign a new starting right back. It is Colin Dagba coming across from PSG for £4.45 million. So the two signings of Skipp and Dagba into the squad, no players out. We had a lot of players on loan last season, so right now depth isn't our strong point in the squad. It's all right in terms of depth, but definitely not ideal. But our starting 11 coming along quite nicely. I'm not really sure what to expect this season, so we'll get a better indication on the 1st of January. Alright, we'll take that. We currently find ourselves in the hunt for playoff football, sitting in 9th position, 35 points. Brighton and Huddersfield in the automatic spots right now. We are in a good spot. How far away from the relegation zone? We're on 35 points. We're only 14 points ahead of Sheffield United, but definitely a good start. Scunthorpe looked pretty fucked. Sunderland not in a great position, but we are in a dream position. 9th position in our first season. We will definitely take that. A player departure here, a pretty big one. We're planning on getting a new goalkeeper, so we have sold Craig McGilvray to help finance that. He is headed to Defensa for £1.4 million. And there it is, a new man between the sticks. It is Kyle Sherpen, the Dutch goalkeeper, arriving for £3.1 million from FC Emmen, someone that I don't think I've ever signed before. What a pickup. Welcome to Portsmouth. So Sherpen in, McGilvray out of the club. I've got to put Sherpen into the starting lineup, actually. I haven't put him in there yet. My bad. So there we go, 72 rated goalkeeper in there. Our entire starting lineup is now in the 70s, which is beautiful to see. I honestly don't know what to expect. I kind of don't want to go up this season. I don't want to get promoted, because I would love for us to have another season or two in the championship to build a really strong base around this side, so that once we do get to the Premier League, we are in no doubt of staying up. But we'll see how we finish this second season with Portsmouth. So we have finished this season in 10th position. You know what? I will take that. I'm happy with that. Our first season in the championship, not in the relegation battle. A nice calm start to life in the championship. So 10th place on 65 points. Sheffield United, Blackburn and Scunthorpe all getting relegated. And the sides going up are Brighton and Huddersfield, both getting 102 points. And then 4 big clubs in Middlesbrough, Stoke, Swansea and Cardiff fighting it out for the final spot. Liverpool did win the FA Cup over Tottenham. Manchester United took down West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Stoke City took down Cardiff City to go up to the Premier League. Manchester City took down Barcelona to win the Champions League. And finally, AC Milan won the Europa League on penalties against Atletico Madrid. So that is season 2 done and dusted. Continuing to make growth here with Pompey. Maybe season 3 sees us finally get back to the Premier League. A player departure to kick off our 3rd season at Portsmouth. Lee Brown off to Rosario for £270,000. And our first signing for season 3 is a big one. It is going to take up most of our transfer budget, but we have signed Lewis Ferguson from Aberdeen for £7.8 million. So excited to have the Scotsman in the club. Definitely put a focus on quality over quantity this window. £7.8 million for Lewis Ferguson. Brown out of the club, and now our starting lineup is starting to develop quite nicely. I think promotion needs to be the goal this season, so let's see how that goal is tracking along. Alright, so we are in the hunt for promotion well and truly, sitting in that 6th position, sitting in the final playoff spot, but there is room to grow. We want to be playing in the playoffs as a bare minimum. Cardiff and Villa are in those automatic spots, but so much could change as the season progresses. Luton, Wigan and Oxford struggling big time, but we're focused on the top end here. We are focused on Premier League promotion. We don't have a ridiculous amount of money to work with in this window. We can't go and sign ourselves another Ferguson-esque sort of player. So I thought, let's work on the depth of the squad. Let's work on having players that can grow across the season. So we are bringing in 2 free agent regens. Nicholas Julio Soler Oliveira Jr. Let's just call him Soler Oliveira Jr. 63 rated CDM, very versatile. He will sign here on a free. And then Tenaglia, an Argentine attacking midfielder, 67 rated at age 18. We will bring him into the club as well. So the 2 free agent signings into the club. It's really been a season where we're getting big players in and we're making sure we make worthwhile investments into the side. Our side is battered and bruised, but hopefully it is enough to get ourselves into the Premier League for next season. I'll see you at the end of season 3 with a verdict. Oh lads, here we go. We are in the promotion playoff. We are in the playoffs. So we're taking on Leeds, Swansea and Nottingham Forest. Who's going to go out to the Premier League with Villa and Cardiff? Hopefully us. The sides going down, however, are going to be Wigan, Athletic, Luton Town and Oxford United. Man City did go on to win the FA Cup over Chelsea. Liverpool took down Burnley to win the Carabao Cup. No! We have been eliminated in the playoff semi-finals. Swansea City have taken down Leeds to go back up. We lost 1-0 to Swansea over 2 legs. Come on, man. I thought we were going to go up this season. Surely we have to be one of the favourites next season. Atletico Madrid did take down Liverpool to win the Champions League. And Chelsea took down Spurs to win the Europa League. It's been a fast season, but my God, we came so close to promotion. Eliminated in the playoffs. Next season, season 4, surely with another signing or 2, we are going to be one of the favourites to go up to the Premier League. We'll find out and see if we can get back to the promised land with Portsmouth. We are not messing about, lads. We have began season 4 with a huge player signing. Our new star man, it is Fernando, coming across from Shakhtar Donetsk. The Brazilian signs for £15 million. What a pickup. A 78 rated midfielder in the championship. That is insane. Good stuff. And a player departure here. Ben Close is being sold to Anderlecht. We've sold the midfielder for £7.5 million. And a pretty big player departure here. I've sold Jamal Lowe, one of our star players, to Nottingham Forest for £7.7 million. I think that should give you guys a good indication of what position we're planning on upgrading next. Let's go! Come on, lads. We have picked up a massive signing. Someone I expect to be here for a very long time. It is Manchester United's wonder kid, the Dutch wonder kid, Taith Chong, coming across for just £8 million. He had less than 12 months remaining on his contract, so we have picked up this wonder kid on an absolute bargain. So excited to have him in the starting 11. Welcome to Portsmouth, Taith Chong. So that was a pretty ridiculous transfer window. Big money being spent compared to what we're used to with this Portsmouth side. Fernando and Chong improved both the left-hand side and right-hand side of our midfield. Close and low out of it. And yeah, that is absolutely massive. Our starting 11, look at that. 2 players that are 78 rated. We should be getting promoted. We should 3 players 78 rated. I didn't notice Kelly, but we should be getting promoted this season. I would like to think so. I'm very excited to see how we're going to be at the halfway point of season number 4. Let's go and find out. Holy shit, we are a championship manager. And Atletico Madrid, who I'm pretty sure won the Champions League last season, want us to be their manager. Imagine if that was real life, you'd be absolutely buzzing. But our job with Portsmouth is not complete, but that is a huge compliment. Alright, so I wanted and thought that we would be in the automatic spots. We're 11 points behind Bournemouth, so automatic promotion is looking somewhat tough at the moment for us. We're sitting in 3rd spot though. We want to make sure we at least get in the playoffs and go further than we did last season. If we don't get relegated, that's going to be a big L for us. But scrolling down the table, who's struggling? QPR, Millwall, and Ipswich. Disappointingly, we didn't have the finances to make any additions to this side. I was considering selling maybe a player or two, but I thought it's going to be a risk. We're not going to be able to really go out there and get somebody great. So let's hope this side that now has an 80 rated Woodburn can get us promoted. The moment of truth, lads. I'll see you at the end of season 4. Gee, okay, so we have dropped off slightly in the second half of the season. Only 2 points between us and 3rd place Stoke, but there is a big gap between the 3 to 6 marks and then, oh, I accidentally hit backwards. As I was saying, the 3 to 6 mark and then 1st and 2nd. Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest absolutely fly and get themselves to the Premier League, but it is between ourselves, Stoke City, Middlesbrough and Huddersfield to fight it out for that final promotion spot. The teams that will be going down to League 1, however, are going to be QPR, Millwall and Ipswich. Liverpool did win a Merseyside derby FA Cup final to win the FA Cup, of course. Chelsea take down Fulham in a West London derby to win the Carabao Cup. We have won the championship playoffs. Get in there. Taking down Stoke City in the playoff final at Wembley. Who did we take down in the semis? So we absolutely handled Middlesbrough 6-2. Finally, lads, we are going to the Premier League in season number 5. Get in there! Barcelona take down Spurs once again, I believe, to win the Champions League. And Liverpool, they win the Europa League 2-1 over Sporting. So there it is. We have achieved our goal of Premier League promotion. Finally, Pompey are back in the big time, baby. We didn't do it in the most clean of ways, but we have done it nonetheless. Let's now try fighting the relegation battle. Season 5, bring it on. I am actually so surprised and over the bloody moon. We are in the Premier League and the game/board have actually given us money. How good is this? Normally when we get in the Premier League, we're stuck working with, what, 25 million or so, which is still not terrible. But in terms of having to get a side that can survive relegation, it can be tough sometimes. But to be given around £60 million, that is a blessing. I am over the moon with this. So I want to definitely spend a lot of money on quality players, but I also want to use this money and this opportunity to add more free agents to the squad, really future-proof ourselves. I've put in for a few offers here. One of them, which I think the guy has accepted, Lopez Marmol is he looks like an absolute animal, but we've also got Tom Belston here, an English striker. He will now become our new backup striker. Excited to see where he can grow, but oh my, Lopez Marmol, he's 17 years of age, 72 rated, already valued at 5.5 million. This kid could be something very special. we are signing him on a free as well. I am so excited for this guy to be with us in this series. And there it is, the third player that we've approached, Umar Furtado, French attacking midfielder. He's no Lopez Marmol, but he looks like a quality player as well. We are going to sign him to the club. However, our first big money move is going to be for Van Heusden, the Belgian defender. Joins us from Inter Milan for £23.6 million. So excited to have him in the starting lineup. And on the very next day, we have signed another centre-back here, upgrading both centre-back roles. Filippo Romagna coming across from Cagliari for £12.8 million. So a player departure here. Hawkins, our probably third string striker now, has been sold to Sunderland for £490,000. And another player departure here as we sell Dion Donahue to Wigan Athletic for £490,000. So a very busy window. I've still got a little bit of money left over, but I'm planning on waiting until the January window to see what sort of a spot we're in, to see where we need to upgrade. I'm thinking maybe a new centre midfielder, but this is going to be a very interesting season. Are we going to survive relegation, or are we going to go back down to the Championship? We'll get a clear indication at the halfway point. Yikes, lads. We are sitting bottom of the Premier League on the 1st of January. Chelsea and Arsenal surprisingly joining us down the bottom of the table. But the positive thing is we're on 20 points. And if you scroll up to even 11th place Nottingham Forest and Everton and Watford and Southampton, oh my God. So there is 9 points between 8th and 20th. We get our shit together in the second half of the season, we should survive. But that is easier said than done. Who's top of the table? Man City, Burnley's up there, West Ham, Brighton. It's a weird looking Premier League table, but survival is definitely not out of the picture. We're going to try signing a new midfielder. Let's get it done. There it is, lads. Get in there. We have signed a top quality starting midfielder. It is Mykola Shaparenko, the Ukrainian midfielder, joins us from Wolves for £30 million. So just the one signing of Shaparenko here. It's such a big signing though. That 83 presence in the midfield, our highest rated player now. Lads, can we survive relegation, or are we going to find ourselves back in the Championship? I certainly hope not, but let's go and find out at the end of Season 5. And that is not a good start. The 1st of February, Van Heusden out for 3 months. Oh, the FIFA gods don't want us to stay up. I mean, I've been relegated in rebuilds a couple of times, but I don't want to get relegated in this one. Let's go! Let's go, lads! We have survived by 6 points, was actually a pretty damn good effort, considering where we were. Shaparenko, I'm sure, has made a big reason why we have survived, but we have finished above Arsenal. It is Palace, Forest, and Leicester going down. We survive. Thank the bloody Lord. Thank the FIFA gods for that. Man City do go on and win the Premier League title quite comfortably, but we have survived. Let's go. I'm stoked about that. Man City did take down Fulham to win the FA Cup. Chelsea took down Liverpool to win the Carabao Cup. The Champions League is headed to Paris as Paris Saint-Germain take down Man City 3-2. And Dortmund win the Julian Brandt derby 2-0 in the Europa League final. I don't know about you guys, but I am loving this rebuild so far. I'm loving the side we've put together. I'm loving the challenge. I am just loving it so far, and I cannot wait to see what is still to come. Season 6, let's get on to it. We are beginning season number 6 with a pretty significant player departure. Kjell Scherpen, our number 1 goalkeeper, now moves to Leicester City. The Dutchman signs there for £18 million. A massive goalkeeper signing. Someone that is going to stay here, I feel like, for the remainder of the rebuild. We have worked our goddamn ass off, penny pinching to the max. We have signed Albin Lafont from Fiorentina. £58 million for the Frenchman, 89 rated. This guy is going to be a goddamn rock for us in the back. And it is a player departure here. Luis Dennis headed to Brazil, headed to Cruzeiro for £430,000. And Bryn Morris has been sold to Reading for just over £2 million, 2.25 to be exact. So just the one signing of Lafont in this window. Sherpin, Dennis and Morris out of the club. And it's clear to see like half our squad is looking so good at the moment. Like players Woodburn, Shaparenko, Lafont, all looking quality. But the rest of the squad needs to continue growing. I'm not sure what to expect from this season, so we'll tune in at the halfway point and have a look. Alright, so I will take that, I guess. Halfway through the Premier League season, we're sitting in 9th position, 29 points. But Wolves, they're on 21 points, so only 8 points between us and the relegation zone. But only, 8 points between us and 4th place Man City. So we are really in a good position to either go up a lot or go down a lot. It's going to be an interesting second half of the season, I'm sure about that. So I've put in 3 offers for 3 different players for pre-contracts, but the one that I wanted the most has accepted first, which I'm treating as a sign from the universe that we need to sign him. It is Christian Pulisic. As you can see, we tried to sign Guedes and Oyarzabal, but we are going to retract both of those offers because next season, Season 7, Christian Pulisic, he'll be going from Chelsea Blue to Portsmouth Blue. So excited for the American to join us. So excited for Pulisic to be joining us in season number 7. But the question is, what situation will he be joining us in? Will he be playing European football? Will it just be Premier League football? Or if we have a terrible second half of the season, which I don't think will happen, but touch wood, that doesn't happen, will he be joining us in the Championship? Let's go find out the answer to that question. Alright, we've actually had a decent second half of the season. We're finished in 6th position, so maybe we're playing Europa League football next season? Don't hold me on that one, but that is still a quality second half of the season. Not even close to finishing in 5th or 4th. Spurs and Liverpool both 14 points ahead of us, so that's a big, big gap. Man United, they do go on to win the Premier League title, and the relegated sides are going to be Watford, Cardiff, and West Brom. Checking out the rest of the results, it is Liverpool taking down Manchester United in the FA Cup final. That game looks like it would have been fun to watch. Oh, we actually made it to the Carabao Cup final. But we lost 3-1 to Man City. If we won that, that would have got us in the Europa League. Barcelona have taken down Liverpool in the Champions League final. And Chelsea have emerged victorious in the Europa League final. So, from relegation battlers to European contenders, this was a fantastic season. Pulisic in next season with, I'm sure, some other big names. So excited to see what can be done. So we have sold Colin Dagba to Wolverhampton here. Our French right back departs the club after a pretty good run at Fratton Park, but we have sold him for £18 million. Yeah, good one. Good one, Anton Walks. Yeah, you're definitely taking Dagba's spot. You're taking Dagba's spot for sure. We certainly haven't just secured the services of a good right back. Yeah, you're definitely going to be starting at right back. Good one, Anton. Anton Walks can get in the bin because we have certainly upgraded. I think upgraded is an understatement. £51.7 million spent on the services of Trent Alexander-Arnold. He had a release clause of £51.7 million at Barcelona, and it is an absolute steal for a player of his caliber. 89 rated, another piece to the puzzle that should be here for the remainder of the rebuild. Welcome, Trent. So again, not the most players brought in, not a quantity-based window, a quality-based window. That's all I focus on really when we get to these deep stages. I like to add solid player by solid player by solid player. Sometimes our budget only allows us to add one solid player, and that is the case this window. Alexander-Arnold in, Dagba out, Pulisic in as well. And I mean, that side is looking class. We are in the Europa League this season, and I expect us to go quite deep in that tournament. But most importantly, I am focused on a top 4 finish in the Premier League. Good. This is exactly what we want to see. We are sitting in 2nd position. We're in the title race, 6 points behind United, but most importantly, we are in a somewhat comfortable position within the top 4. Whether we stay there is another question, but that is a good sign for sure. Who's struggling so far? The struggling sides are Forest, Bournemouth and Newcastle, but not too worried about them, just focused on finishing in that top 4. I'm calling it there. It's our second pre-contract signing of the entire rebuild as far as I can remember. I don't think I made any in the first 5 seasons, but Matthias de Ligt, one of the hottest defensive prospects in not only European but world football, will be joining us next season from Ajax. He's 92 rated. He is a goddamn weapon. He can talk comfortably in front of the entire of Amsterdam. That is the type of man we want representing Portsmouth. So excited to have him in season number 7. I'm sorry, season number 8. When you get this deep, all the seasons just seem to blend together. I think we're in season 7. I am so excited for de Ligt to come into our squad next season. I mean, when he joins, he'll be 92 rated or maybe even higher. And he'll come slotting straight into that centre-back spot. Next season, if we go well this season and get ourselves some decent money for next season, we could seriously have a good crack at going deep, at least in the rebuild. But the first step is to actually bloody qualify for the Champions League. So let's see if we finish in the top 4. Get in there, lads. We have finished in the top 4. I'm just hopeful that we have qualified automatically for the group stages. I think we might have to go through the playoffs, but if that's what we have to do, then that's what we'll have to do. Man United finished top of the Premier League on 77 points. We finished 5 points ahead of Tottenham on 68. And it is Bournemouth, Newcastle and Nottingham Forest all headed down to the Championship. Spurs did win the FA Cup 4-0 over Hull City. West Ham took down Newcastle 3-0 in the Carabao Cup final. Man City took down Real Madrid 3-2 in the Champions League. And Atletico Madrid took down Ajax 3-1 in the Europa League. How'd we go in the Europa League? So we topped our group with Porto. Round of 32, how did we go? We got past Borussia Mönchengladbach 1-0. Round of 16, we got past Galatasaray 3-2. Quarterfinals, we lost to Atletico Madrid on away goals rule 1-1, and they won the Europa League. So that fills me with a little bit of hope and confidence heading into the next season that we can go deep. Just taking step by step, Woodburn Player of the Month, which is mad to see, but step by step in this Portsmouth rebuild. Champions League football now, that is the biggest step of all. We begin this season with a player departure. It is someone I've been trying to sell for probably 4 seasons now. Haji Mnoga finally accepts an offer. He is headed to Brentford for £2.15 million. This is a ginormous signing. It is huge. Dele Alli coming across from Tottenham to Portsmouth for just £66 million. He had less than 12 months remaining on his contract. So we got him under his base value, which is incredible. Welcome to Fratton Park, Dele Alli. Another player departure, Andy Cannon, out of the club. He's off to Cagliari for £3.5 million. And an upgrade at the left back spot. We needed to upgrade there. Kelly had reached his peak, so we have gone ahead and brought in Sergio Reguilón from AS Monaco. The Spaniard joins us for £40 million. He's been a very good player for us across this rebuild, but it is time for Lewis Ferguson to depart Portsmouth. We have sold the Scottish midfielder to Lyon for £26.6 million. And Jack Watmow is the latest player to depart the club. £10.5 million for him to join Arsenal. Best of luck to him. Let's go, lads. Let's go. It's Nicholas Süle coming to the club from Liverpool. The German centre-back signs for £71.5 million. Oh my god, our team is going to be looking so damn good now. So a very active window here. Dele Alli, Reguilón and Nicholas Süle into the club. Mnoga, Cannon, Ferguson, Watmow out of the club. Look at that starting 11. Our backline, our midfield for the most part, only really the striker role of Baldu is lacking right now, but he still has room to grow, so exciting times ahead here at Portsmouth. Let's go and check out, for the first time, our Champions League group. So an interesting group here. Juventus, which is going to be insane. They are such a tough opponent, but then Olympiacos and Rangers. I don't know what to make of this group. I would hope And I would like to think that we're going to get out of the group. Stranger things have happened though, but we're just going to stop dilly-dallying and get into the results. Are we through to the round of 16? Oh, wow. Well, we'll take that. Not a single loss, not a single draw. 6 wins, and we finished top comfortably of our Champions League group along with Juventus. So, we are through to the round of 16 at the first time of asking. Couldn't ask for much more there. We even took down Juve 3-0, which fills me with a lot of confidence. And in the round of 16, we are versing Schalke, which should be quite an interesting opponent. And on the 1st of January, we are sitting second in the Premier League, just like we were last season. Again, I would love to win the Premier League with Portsmouth, but top 4 is the required finish. So unlike the past 2 seasons, in January, we aren't able to get any business sorted, but I'm quite excited to see what this side can do in the Champions League knockout rounds. It's been a foolproof group stage, but can we carry that form over against Schalke? Let's go and find out. All right, away here, I believe it's the Veltins Arena as we take on Schalke, our first taste of knockout football in the Champions League, in charge of Portsmouth. A full-strength starting 11. Schalke have some pretty good names here. Harit, Solanke, Sailor, Butland in between the sticks. Delete got a yellow card for us there. Of course, you know what about... Oh, what? Sealer's taken the lead for Schalke. I was about to say, you guys know I want an away goal. We're 1-0 down. Portsmouth, what are you doing? Somebody get a goal back. What? Delete gets red carded. Oh, dear. We go undefeated in the group stages. And as soon as we get to the knockout rounds here, we have hit a real hurdle. So we've got some work to do here, and it's going to be made especially harder if Schalke score. The bad news is Delete is out through suspension. Romagna comes in, so not the worst replacement in the world, but we need goals, and we need them early. Romagna picks up a yellow card, so he's keeping in tradition with that position he's playing, but it is 0-0 here, not much happening, which is exactly what Schalke want. Curtis comes on for Baldu. We get a goal through Woodburn. Yes! Our captain, Ben Woodburn, makes it 1-0. So at this point, it's headed to extra time, but there is still so much to do. No! Serta. Wow. The away goal. And after going undefeated in the group stages, we've been eliminated in the round of 16. What a pathetic performance that is. Oh my. Against Schalke as well. Come on, man. Alright, so we have finished in second position, which is exactly what we wanted. We held ground from the halfway point of the season, so we get another chance next season to avenge ourselves from a pretty piss poor run in the Champions League this season. Liverpool, they end up winning the Premier League title, and the relegated sides are Swansea City, Watford, and Crystal Palace. But we've actually won the FA Cup, and we've taken down Liverpool 3-0. What a performance that is. So we get our first piece of silverware, I believe it is, with Liverpool besides the playoff promotion trophy. But we have finished in third position here. Third position. We have won the FA Cup 3-0, which is awesome. Manchester City have taken down Swansea City in the Carabao Cup. Real Madrid end up going on to win the Champions League on penalties. And Spurs have taken down Bayern Munich 2-1. In the Europa League final, that is. So we had our first taste of Champions League football this season, but unfortunately it didn't end as promising as it looked like it was at the start. But we get another shot, another bite at the cherry, bring on next season. Last season was embarrassing in the round of 16. Well, we are not messing around this season. We are going for the title. Marcus Rashford coming to the club from Tottenham, £113.9 million. I don't care if you think we overpaid for him. He is a star in this game. He is going to help us go to Champions League glory. And we have finally decided to part company with Filippo Romagna. The 29-year-old Italian returns back to Serie A, signing with Sassuolo for £30.4 million. Look, I don't know whose regen this is. I don't know who he is, but Gabriel Renan dos Santos is an absolute weapon, and we have signed him from Burnley of all clubs. £65.2 million for the Brazilian CDM, 26 years of age. So excited to have him in the club, 88 rated. Welcome, Dos Santos. Two ginormous signings, Marcus Rashford breaking our club transfer record, and Renan Dos Santos into the club as well. The Romania out of it. And I mean, just feast your eyes on that starting 11. Absolutely, positively ridiculous. A 92 rate. We got how many? 5 players that are 90 rated or above. Renan Dos Santos isn't too far off. Same with Alexander Arnold. It is just a ridiculous side. A lot of depth as well, and not too bad of a reserves squad as well. I think in January I'll look to pick up a reserve goalkeeper, just in case we get an injury to Lafont. But let's go and check out our Champions League group stage for this crucial season. So that's an interesting group. It is, of course, ourselves, but we are joined with Udinese, FC Porto, and Dinamo Zagreb. Are we going to get through? Are we going to get out of this group? I would certainly hope so. I mean, if we went undefeated last season, but I would think we're odds-on favourites to just walk this group, but we'll find out. Okay, so we didn't top the group. We didn't walk the group. In fact, it came down to goal differential that got us through to the round of 16. Wow, that's a really tight group. Udinese top of it, we are second, Porto third. We're both on 10 points, but we have progressed through to the round of 16, and our opponent for that stage will be AS Monaco. No chance at redemption against Schalke this season, but AS Monaco, an interesting prospect. Very interested to see what sort of side they have now. Becoming a little bit of tradition right now, isn't it, lads? Halfway through the season, sitting in second spot. The draws are killing us though. 7 draws, just the 1 loss. There is no reason why we can't win the Premier League title this season, but top 4, that's what we want. So there it is. We have brought ourselves in a new reserve goalkeeper, and I'm actually pretty happy with the price we paid for him. Jonas Batista Meyer. You might be saying, who is that? He is a regen of who? I don't know. Maybe Neuer? Maybe. That's a big maybe. But anyways, we have brought in the German goalkeeper to sit on our bench. He'll be a fantastic backup if anything happens to Lafont. So we had to go and bring in Batista Meyer there. A great bench pickup. But now the big question remains. Will we get over the hurdle of the round of 16? And will we go beyond? It is AS Monaco, the round of 16 of the Champions League. Bring it on. All right, lads. The home leg. This is where we faltered last season. We faltered in the round of 16, but a 1-1 draw cost us last season. So, a strong start is needed. AS Monaco have a good side, but we take the lead. The 100 million man, Marcus Rashford, puts us 1-0 up. Yellow cards going around. They've got a Kanji. They get a goal through Jordi and Mbula. That is not ideal. This is exactly what happened last season, but this time Ben Woodburn puts us 2-1 up here. 15 minutes to play. Come on, lads. Hang on. We're going to take a 2-1 lead into the second leg, but that one away goal for Monaco hurts us. Okay, come on. The round of 16. AS Monaco, the away leg now. If we can get ourselves an equal, like an early goal, then that would make no advantage available. Oh, fuck. Okay, Rashford. Oh my god, so many emotions going up and down. The emotion of going down 1-0. Rashford gets a goal back, so we are back in front. A 1-goal advantage, however, we have an away goal. And AS Monaco no longer have the away goal advantage. Half an hour to go. If we hang on, we will go through to the quarterfinals for the first time with Portsmouth. Come on, lads, 10 minutes to go. We're going to be going through, surely. There it is. Past the round of 16, into the quarterfinals, up the Pompey. Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals. I don't know why I pronunciated it like that. I think I'm going insane. But Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League quarters. Can we get past the quarters into the semi-finals? Let's go find out. All right, here we go. The home leg up first. Not a fan of it. This time, I want to make sure we keep a clean sheet. Unlike the first leg against Monaco, that didn't happen, but we do take the lead. No, they get an equaliser. Oh, Rashford misses a penalty. Damn it, we got the lead, but it goes for nothing. Rashford got us. What is going on in this game? We've got a 2-1 lead, but we're down to 10 men. Nicolas Schürrle out for the second leg and out for the last. What is going on? Richarlison equalises. Ali puts us back in front. Berkey gets an injury. It's going to be 3-2. It's an insane game. And we have a narrow lead headed into the second leg. So it's no Renan De Santos. There's no Nicolas Sula. They're both suspended for this second leg here. Come on, lads. We've got a 1-goal advantage, but if Dortmund take a 1-0 win, then they are going to go and have a big advantage. They're going to go through, but it is 1-1 here. I completely didn't notice that. We get an away goal back. Kessie gets an equalizer, so we're 4-3 up here. They still have the advantage on away goals, so if they win this 2-1, they still go through. If it stays like this, we go through. Last 15 minutes, nothing happened. Be the most boring minutes of FIFA, and they are. We go through to the Champions League semi-finals. Dortmund had me worried. A weird 2 legs, but we're through. Whew. Okay, lads, we're going to have to be focused. It is Juventus in the Champions League semi-finals. I mean, last season we took care of business with them in the group stages, so I would love another repeat of that. Liverpool, Real Madrid, last season's Champions League in real life is the semi-final for this season. So hopefully we get past the old lady and can face either Liverpool or Real Madrid. But the first step is to get past Juve. But here it is, a full strength starting 11 for the first leg. The away leg, travelling to Turin. Come on, away goals is what we need. They've got a good side here, Juve. Kwame up front, Dybala as well, Mason Mount, Ndombele, Umtiti, Diaz. It's a good side, but honestly, I would say our side is better. But we're going to have to show it on the field, and Juve are currently showing it on the field. They take a 1-0 lead. Come on, let's just get an away goal to make it a little bit easier for us in the home league at Fratton Park. We're not. We're going to be 1-0 down, headed into the second leg. A big performance is needed, and if we concede any away goals, we are in a world of hurt. Deep breath, lads. It is here. Fratton Park is host to the game that might just see us get through to the Champions League final, but my God, we're going to need to put in a massive shift. Pulisic, Captain America. Oh my God, he gets us all tied up here, nice and early. We couldn't have asked for a better start, but Juve having that away goal. Rashford, what is going on? We are 2-1 up now. But if Juve do score, they will be ahead in away goals rule. So we need to... Listen, what is going on? Oh my God, Ali, 4-0, 4-0, 4-1, but 4-0. Oh my God, what? Pompey, we have clutched up big time here. The second leg, 4-1, 4-2 on aggregate. Oh my God, we're headed to the Champions League final. Christian Pulisic, Captain America, take a goddamn bow. Well, here we are. The Champions League final, season number 9. Liverpool taking on Portsmouth. It is an all-English battle here. I am so interested to see how we go. Liverpool took down Real Madrid 4-1 on aggregate, which is quite impressive, but we have been in an incredible run of form. We are looking to complete what has been a special rebuild. I have loved this so far. Will this be the final chapter, or is there still more to come? Just like in real life, it's an all-English Europa League final as well. This time though, Man United taking down Chelsea 2-1. We've had a little bit of a decline in the Premier League, however. Again, the draws absolutely killed us this season, but we have finished in 4th position. The big question is though, I think Man United will take our Champions League spot, meaning we'll have to go through to the playoffs, I think. So we just need to forget about that and make sure we win today to make sure we don't worry about next season. Leeds, Southampton and Stoke all relegated. Unlucky Southampton. We did win the Community Shield at the start of the season, 3-0 over Liverpool. So that's a good indicator of what's going to happen tonight, hopefully. I mean, we did beat them in the FA Cup final last season 3-0 as well, I believe. So we've got a good run against Liverpool in the finals. Arsenal did manage to win the FA Cup this season. We weren't able to go back to back. But we did take down Liverpool again. This time in the Carabao Cup final. So we won the Carabao Cup. Good stuff. It is now time for the squad report. And honestly, this side we have put together with Portsmouth is nothing short of incredible. Such good depth. Such an all-round, well-rounded side. Very excited to see how it performs in the field. Look at this guy, such a weapon. Pulisic as well. It's just been such a fun, enjoyable ride so far. And I mean, most of the time you say, I hope the ride doesn't come to an end, but today I'm hoping we can beat Liverpool. I'm hoping we can be crowned champions of Europe and complete the rebuild with Portsmouth. But there's only one way to find out. Let's get into it, the Champions League final. We've done all the talking that needs to be said. Now it is whether we can back that up on the field. The Champions League final, let's get into it. Liverpool on the attack early here. Don't want to give Fabinho too much space. Jovan goes to Fabinho, who belts it over the crossbar. Rashford, the throw in there goes to Pulisic. Pulisic back to Alexander-Arnold. Looking for a good option here. Arnold down the line to Pulisic, who's going to swing that one in. Not the ideal cross. Yes! Well won. Here we go. Through to Pulisic. Christian. Through. Rashford. Off the crossbar on the post. Oh, that was going top bins as well. It's still on though. Let's see what the regen has. Forces a good save out of Alisson. Come on. Going through Rashford to Dele Alli. Over the top. Look at that run from Ben Woodburn against his former side. Oh, good save, Alisson. Get there, Dos Santos. Look how strong and big this bloke is. Absolute man mountain. Now we're on the counter-attack, though. Come on. Dele Alli down the line to Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool starting to get themselves into this game, but now we're taking it over again. Dele Alli, La Croquetas, goes through. Oh, good save. Follow up. No, cleared away by Kane. Come on, one last opportunity before half-time. Dele Alli, through to Rashford. Marcus Rashford, going back. Pulisic, off the crossbar. Rashford, oh, save from Alisson. No, that would have been huge heading into half-time. We are absolutely dominating Liverpool, but I don't want it to be one of those games where we have all the opportunities and end up getting hit on the counter-attack to go down 1-0. Come on, they've brought on Timo Werner here, Liverpool, so he's someone we have to watch out for. Dele Alli, whip someone in there. It's going to be Woodburn. Oh my God, so many half opportunities. So we are going to make our first substitution here. Fernando coming off, Taith Chong on. Can he be the difference? Liverpool are on the attack here. Well defended from De Ligt, but it falls right back to Timo Werner, who has a shot. Honestly, Liverpool not looking dangerous at all. Liverpool starting to find a bit of a way into this game. Werner going to Milinkovic-Savic. Well defended from De Ligt, though. Now we're trying to hit him on the counter. Come on. Maybe our best opportunity is when we have our backs up against the wall. Beautiful ball through to Dele Alli. Up against Martinez, though. He drags it back. He plays it. I didn't want to go to him. Fuck's sake, man. We have a corner here. Pulisic. Whip that one in. Goes to Matthias de Ligt. There it is. Matthias de Ligt. Finally with the breakthrough goal. At the place, at the stadium where he made it his own. The Amsterdam Arena, the Johan Cruyff Arena. It is Matthias de Ligt off of the set piece, giving us a well-deserved 1-0 advantage here with 15 minutes to go. We have dominated Liverpool, but finally we get our rewards. Beautifully won. No chance there for Alisson. And we take the 1-0 lead. Look at that. Come on. Now we just need to add insult to injury here for Liverpool. Beautiful ball over the top to Christian Pulisic. He deserves the goal out of anybody. It's a heavy touch though. He drags it back. Goes Rashford. Oh, Rashford, you've got to tuck those ones into the corner. It was a tough angle to put it into the corner. But, oh, that could have secured it. Look at that. Come on, we need to hold out Liverpool here. They swing a ball in there. Timo Werner. Oh, if they scored that, I would have been quite salty. Here we go, though. We just need to maintain possession until that full-time whistle goes. Let's put it over the top. Get there, Pulisic. He does. that's going to be it, surely, lads. We hang on to possession, and we're going to win the Champions League with Portsmouth. Clear that ball, blow that whistle. There it is! One of the tougher rebuilds we have done in a very long time comes to a conclusion. It's a nail-biter against Liverpool, but ultimately we get a well-deserved Champions League title here with Portsmouth. Lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild with Pompey, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. I'll let you enjoy the title celebrations. However, it has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.
To get your attention, if I try, you're like, don't talk to me. I'm so miserable, cynical, emotional. You're so hard, I don't get that game to play. But you're wonderful, cynical, emotional. But you hate me. You tell your stories about it lately. Yeah, it's on a ship that's different. And I hate story about it, use me till I'm gone. Would you like me if I do what you want? Tell me fast, I'll see if I get down.